everyone, Ross is back with another creepy reading. Or in this case, a crappy reading. I'm sorry for dealing with a lot of delays with all this. I've just been dealing with a lot of crap. And the fact that if this video came a little late, I'm sorry the website had a little bit of a crash for a moment. But by now, it's repaired and I can read you the story of Charlie the Killer. Another Jeff the knockoff crappy pastas. Till then, let's begin. Charlie the Killer in exclamation point. Jeff is nearly 18 now, and meeting Jane the Killer was a big thrill for him. Wait. So, this takes place 5 years after the events of the first of Jeff the Killer, and he's meeting Jane the Killer. Okay? As she died a tragic death from falling down the steps. The hell? He's a psychotic killer and he pushed her down the steps? That's like the stupidest thing. But that didn't stop his psychopathic ways. Of course, he was Ben crazy because the creator gave him a crazy psychosis. Charlie was going through the rough bully stages at school. Okay, so this is Charlie. And was beginning to get depressed and hearing voices in her head. Okay, so Charlie is a girl and we're dealing with the same situation. The only difference is Jeff already had the psychosis inside of him and the bullies just made it come out. This one, the bullies are just making it form. They were telling her to do stuff. No, that's schizophrenia, I think. You should take some medication or see a doctor about that problem. She just put them to the back of her mind and carried on while getting shoved in lockers and beat up in the girls' bathroom. Wow, and I thought guys were assholes. Females are worse. They're just as much as men. She heard the voice screaming at her until one day she snapped and listened to the voices in her head. So yeah, she just went with that. F this, I'm dead. I'm gonna kill everyone. Wow, just like most school shootings. And pulled out a copper pipe from the wall. Oh, okay, I'm calling bullshit on this part. There's no amount of superhuman strength to rip out a copper pipe from the wall. She pulled it out. She must have had some super Hulk strength to yank that thing off and stabbed her bully to death. She stabbed it with a pipe and then licked the blood off the pipe. Oh, for fuck's sake. So, how cliched. She leaned near the bully's body and whispered, "Now you know how it felt when you called me ugly and said I was too fat to meet anyone who liked me and that I was a whore who should kill myself." Wait, when did this happen? So, nobody likes her, but she's a whore. This bully does not make sense of the threats. And this comment doesn't make any either. After she realized what she'd done, she ran away. No, after what she would have done, the police would have came in already and took her out. Because somebody would have ran out, one of the bullies would have ran out, called the teachers or the police about what happened, and voila, she would have been arrested. She didn't feel bad about this, of course. Actually, she was quite glad. Oh, Lord. She wanted to do more. How cliche. So Charlie went out. She killed more people just because she liked the feeling of knowing she wasn't in fear anymore. I thought she wanted to kill people because the voices in her head were screaming, "Kill, kill, 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 kill." I thought, what did fear have to be involved? Charlie was never a mean girl. No, she just killed someone with a pipe. And other people, that's not mean at all. She always just sat there and took the crap. She had beautiful eyes with brunette hair. Oh my lord, I'm reading another Mary Sue. But she started wearing really dark makeup and dyed her hair black. Oh my lord. So we're dealing with so this is a Rule 63 Jeff the Killer now. She read the Jeff the Killer story and looked further into this as Jeff was her inspiration. Question. Are we going in the reality of this is a news report, or are we going in the reality of she read the creepypasta? Give me some info on this one, because this feels a little stupid. This is like the two girls who killed someone in the name of Slender Man. She went on and started doing what Jeff did. She killed her family? She removed her eyelids? She cut her face? She started knocking off the Joker? She used to say, "Don't go to sleep. I want you to feel the pain I went through." Okay, so you just added on to Jeff's line, "Don't go, I'm gonna go to sleep," but you just said, "I want you to feel the pain I went through." You were bullied and pushed. Wouldn't you be doing the exact same thing? So you would be so the victim would be insulted and then doing this multiple times. Then she would pull out their guts and burn them in their own stomach acid. Yeah, I know stomach acid's hard enough to burn some metal off of stuff, but this doesn't make sense. And I feel like I'm going back to burner again. Watching as the blood flied everywhere. Charlie became the talk of the town, as in more of, why haven't we killed her yet? That the author doesn't demand that we should kill her yet. Really? So we just gotta die? Yep. One day, she went on a search for Jeff the Killer. We don't know if this was a creepypasta story that she read or a news report. It doesn't mention it. She looked everywhere, hoping that one day they meet. Obsessive fan much? Charlie finally met Jeff. Jeff looked at her. He didn't say a thing. His eyes were locked onto her because he can't blink. Remember, he burnt his eyelids. He walked up to her and brushed her hair behind her ear and kissed her on the cheek. And this is the part where I'm getting a barf bag. Oh my god, this is not more than a Mary Sue fanfiction. This is a romance story. Why would he kiss her on the cheek? He would have stabbed her. Charlie blushed and questioned Jeff. Why do you like someone like me? Just a fat, ugly whore. Jeff looked down at the floor and looked at Charlie again. You're the most beautiful person I have ever met, and you're not that ugly or a whore. Oh my god, I'm gonna get nauseous. I'm getting nauseous reading this. This is cheese. This is because somebody was a massive Jeff the Killer fan and decided to do this story to add herself in it, making out with the guy. Oh god. Jeff spoke. I think that we should be together, as I heard a lot about you, and I was fascinated. Oh my god, this story is stupid. When did Jeff ever act like a romantic? It was more psychotically stabby, 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 stabby. What the hell? Did hormones finally kick into the moron? That's the one thing that actually kicked in properly? Charlie started to blush as Jeff grabbed her chest and brought his lips closer. Oh god. I'd rather be reading 50 Shades of Grey than this. She pushed away. Why'd you push me away? Don't be scared, please, Jeff said. Ugh. As they stood down in the alley in the rain. Where did this come from? I thought they were... Oh, fuck it. Jeff, you don't know what I've been through at all. All I do is push people away. Charlie whimpered in tears and started streaming down her face. This guy murdered people for no apparent reason. He bludgeoned people, stabbed people. And are you sure you want to date this guy? I'm pretty sure I've seen pictures of him making out with Slender Man and Smile Dog and Pinkie Pie and and the Rake. Trust me, don't stay away from the internet sometimes. I will always love you, no matter what happens, Jeff said. Oh god, you just met her and I'm gonna vomit! Ugh. Wrapping his arms around Charlie. I have the urge to kiss you, but I feel as though if I do that, you'll just leave me. My father left me after I violently beat me and my mother. So this is Charlie? I can't tell. It doesn't explain who's reading what. I'm just saying the lines. I'm a character war. I don't want to fall in love with you, and then I have to trust you, and I don't want to end up killing myself like my mother. So, Charlie's mother was abused to the point where she commits suicide, and her father is an abusive, from what I'm gathering. Oh, my bloody head. Charlie began to explain. I would never hurt you. You're the most precious thing to me. You just met! I've been waiting to meet you as soon as I heard about you. What about the other killers? There was others he would have loved more. And what about all the other fan base? Wouldn't he make out with them first before he makes out with you? Oh God, I'm gonna vomit. After being with each other for 2 years, so they're now 20, Jeff decided it was time that Charlie and him should get married. Oh God. Give me a moment. I'm not done yet. Who would marry these two? Who? Charlie, Jeff leant down on one knee. Will you do me the honors and become my wife? Jeff opened up the case to see a gorgeous ring with a little diamond around the edge. Where the hell did he get the diamond? Did he murder someone and steal it? Yes, Charlie squealed in joy. Yes, I will marry you. Oh God, I'm feeling the cheese. As tears of joy streamed down both their faces, they went back home. Oh God. There's one more paragraph before I'm gonna end. A week before the wedding, Charlie sat down at the bottom of the bed and began to cry. What's wrong? Jeff curiously asked. What pastor will marry you to, Slender Man? Well, he is dressed for the occasion. I'm pregnant, Charlie cries. What? Said Jeff surprisingly. And Rasa, too, questioning the logic. I'm 13 weeks pregnant. I was going to tell you before, but I didn't want to make a big fuss, and then we lose it. Charlie, that's great news. By our date to the 10th power. This wasn't a stupid, creepy story. This is nothing more than bad romantic. Oh my lord, that is the most stupidest story. Charlie is some Mary Sue who decided to kill people because she had enough of the bullying. She was so obsessed with Jeff. She found the guy when, in reality, if he was real, he would have stabbed her a few times and left her to die. I think this is what happened. She's just now embracing sweet death, and he's just having some hallucination from all this schizophrenicness she has. But they're gonna get married. They're having a child. Oh my lord! I'm hitting the bottom of the barrel of the crap stories. Burner was bad to laugh at. This is bad because I want to vomit. And I gotta state this before I'm gonna do the next stunt. I am a full-grown adult, and no kid should mimic what I'm gonna do next. I am going to remove my brain cells. Sorry, liver, but suck it, Mom! This is Rasa, passing out.